Well, it's a beautiful sunny day, so it's great to be able to work on the Caravan a little bit. I've been doing a lot of work on the Disco, so I thought I'd better actually get stuck into the Caravan. And so what I'm planning on doing today is installing the rear panelling there that has been water damaged in the past, and I've remedied that by redoing the window frames, resealing those. So it shouldn't be going anywhere, especially with the Sikaflex marine grade type silicone that's an adhesive as well. So I've tested that. There's been lots and lots of rain and nothing's leaked. So now I'm confident to be able to start with the internal panelling. Now, aside from the rear panel being damaged, there was also damage to these side panels here. This one here. It was actually an extension of that, and what I did was I just sliced it down, removed the rot, and put the new panel in there, and then gave it a bit of that filler foam to give it a little bit more structure behind. Now, with these Caravans, they were built from the inside out, which means that it's going to be a bit of a pain to try to put the internal panelling without removing the exterior clad. So I've removed the one of the side panels here, and as you can see, the aluminium frame comes down to the base here. And so I think what's going to work the best is if I'm able to somehow follow that frame as such. All right, not sure if you can see that. Follow that frame as such, bolt, rivet it in, and if I can get that to stay, and once I've riveted that in, then put the cover back on like that, you see, and so that way it's nicely hidden. I think that'll kind of work the best, rather than having, if I go on this side, rather than having that aluminium exposed externally, which then I'm going to have to try to dress and so on. I think it's going to be a lot neater if it's behind. It's not bad for 45 years of age. So in order to get the right profile for not only that to fit in there, but also for the sheeting, you can probably see here we used a liquid of a fairly thick consistency. Applied it on the frame and then stuck the plyboard against it to give us the radius or the shape that we need to cut, and I'll show you that. And here is the outline of the red paste, and then I've just with a pencil roughly marked the shape, and of course we're going to be trimming it as we go. And of course we'll do the same for the other side if this one doesn't fit, which should be pretty close. So after cutting the radius on this board, we've put that aluminium angle line behind it, and now I've just pop riveted it into place. So that's nice and secure now, and the plywood's going to actually be then sitting in the back here. So it should be nicely covering that. So next stop is the next side. So now both places are in. You can see that's been pop riveted onto the frame. Same with that side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of timber here so that when the plywood comes down here and rests against this floor, we'll be able to butt it up with a bit of timber to keep it in place. And on the top here, we'll put the aluminium so that when the timber comes up here, it's got something to rest up against here. So it should be nicely squared off, supported strongly on both sides, top and bottom. Very, very fiddly job. It's taken quite a while, but anyway, it's going to look good. Well, it's almost done. So we've positioned it in there. There's a behind the base here, there's a strip of timber that's holding it in place. At the top, we've got that strip of alloy that's holding it in place. Naturally, I'm going to put a nice piece of timber that runs from one end to the other to make it look a little bit neater, and also to stop it from potentially sliding back out, although there's a tremendous amount of force in there. Then we'll just do the no more gaps on the edges, and once I've got the coverings on the floor, then we'll put an edge strip there as well, so that won't be going anywhere. Once that's done, then it's the next task of painting it, putting the floor covers on, putting the bottom edge strips on there, and then putting the bed, and then that section will be pretty much done. I'll do another video in the future with the next tasks. Cheers.